it's time for us to talk relationships. And this morning, we're going to be talking about pet peeves in relationships. And this is a very fascinating one for me. We have as our guest, Mrs. Mary Rose Sackey, and she'll be helping us to understand this. But before we talk to her, let's take a look at this video.
My husband and I have been married for 4 years. The issue is that every day he does these little things that he feels are not things that I should be worked up about. But then I find these habits so annoying. I want my things done in a certain way, but he doesn't do it that way. Because of him, I have sticky notes on the cupboard, fridge, at the entrance into the house, and anywhere you could possibly think of. I've told him I don't want the lights on when we sleep, but he always keeps them on. I've instructed him on where to put his shoes when he comes back from work, but he leaves them anywhere he pleases. Another thing that I really dislike is when he drinks a sachet of water and leaves what is left over in the fridge. Then he reaches for a new sachet when he feels thirsty again. Meanwhile, I keep telling him that we should empty all of the leftover sachet of water into a pitcher and leave it in the fridge so that we can drink from cups or glasses. There are lots of other things, but the bottom line is that I want my home to be a peaceful one. Please help me. I love my husband, but I want things done the right way.
All right, so you heard that there. How common is this challenge? I'm sure there are a lot of people who are experiencing this in their different relationships. But as you listen and you watch us here, the hashtag is Breakfast Daily. So send us a message on social media, Facebook, Twitter, and then also you can send us a message on WhatsApp if you have any questions for Mrs. Mary Rose. The number is 0550-585-832. If you happen to be outside Ghana, you want to get involved, +233 is the country code. Now, Mary Rose.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's the little synopsis there for us to use as a foundation for the conversation. Pet peeves. How common are they, and what do we do about them?
Yeah, I've been smiling all through because it's quite a common thing. It's so common because what are pet peeves? If people don't know what pet peeves are, you know, these are little annoyances, okay, that are peculiar to a particular person. It is not the same with everybody. Things that you don't like. Yeah. Things that I don't like. Those little things. Example. Sometimes when I chew gum. Yeah. My son, he doesn't like it at all. He doesn't like people who chew gum. Oh, wow. It's a typical one, yeah. When I'm chewing gum, he just gets, he doesn't want to come close to me. Wow. You know, that's a typical pet peeve. There are so many others, like picking your nose. People who talk close talkers. When they are talking to you, they have to touch you. They come so close, you feel uncomfortable. Yeah. It's like that. So I have one. When we are squeezing the toothpaste, those who squeeze it from the middle versus those. Exactly. I like to squeeze it from the end. You know, for me, I always need to see a nice, clean tube at all times, not a crumpled up tube. I do the same. Anytime I go to the bathroom, I have to straighten the toothpaste because I want to see it perfect. You know, not with all the dents on it. Yeah. So these are pet peeves, and it can be annoying because sometimes when you go there, you go and then you find such a thing. It irritates you. Yeah. And that is what the lady is going through. She says her husband drinks water and then he leaves the rest in the fridge. Yeah. And the next time you take another one. So you can imagine how the fridge will be cluttered. Yeah. They are the little, I'll call them the little foxes that spoils the vineyard, as the Bible says in Songs of Solomon. Yeah. They are the little foxes that spoils the vineyard. Because if you don't handle it well, then you can have a little, I mean, not a little, it can turn into a big issue. Yeah. You know? Yeah. Because when you listen to the lady's issue, she says that she has instructed her husband. Which is really strong. Yes, the husband that put your shoes here. Yeah. Don't put, both of you live in the house. The tone of it.
The tone of it seems...
The tone of it is very harsh.
Yes. Yeah.
So these are people that sometimes you call fussy, you know, but it's on a continuum.
Yeah.
You know, when I say it's on a continuum, everybody does it, but some people do it to the extreme.
Okay.
Others can tolerate, some are in the middle, but others are at the other extreme end where they don't really care much. And then at the other extreme end, there are people who are just too picky on every little thing. They are not, they have too many pet peeves.
Yeah.
And I think that in a relationship, if you have too many pet peeves, you might have a problem. So you have to do something about it.
Okay, so...
And what can we do?
Yes, what can we do about it?
What can we do about it? Yes, I think that first of all, you have to admit that you are also not perfect. You might also be doing things that your partner does not like, you know?
Yeah.
So maybe you go to the hand washing basin in the bathroom and you see that your husband has shaved and there are still hairs, small hairs in the, he didn't wash it well and it is there and you are so angry. You know, it's so annoying. Maybe first time, most of the time, these pet peeves, when you see the first time, you don't really, how do you call it, see it as a problem. You might laugh about it or something, but when it continues, that's where the annoyance builds up.
Okay.
So you go and every time you have to wash it, But remember, you also have your hair sometimes that slithers in the bathtub or in the bathroom. You know, and you know how ladies, our hair, it's all over the place. If you comb your hair, it's all over the place.
Yeah.
No matter how tidy you are, you will find hair all over the place. So we are all not perfect. So I think that the lady should also look at herself, do introspection, and come to terms with the fact that she might also be doing something that are not that are annoying, but then her partner or husband might not complain much because he is on another extreme end.
Okay.
So that's one thing that you have to do. I think that you also have to tame them, like your pets. That's what we call them, pet peeves.
Okay.
Anger, annoyance, not anger, but annoyance.
Yeah.
If you don't tame them, they can turn into anger.
Okay.
So before you can, when you have a pet, you have to tame your pet. If you don't tame your pet, the pet can
will take over.
Become very wild and take over. That's why some people are able to even make snakes and lions and all that pets.
Yeah.
So tame it. Don't let it boss over you. Don't let this. Try and look at it in another way. That it's a weakness in the other person, and because you love your husband, you would. This one you can keep a blind eye over it. You just correct it when you see it. Yeah. Because the person might not change because it is something that they've grown up with. Yeah. Maybe if you took your time to talk to your partner about it, instead of instructing him, you talk to him and find out why you do some of these things. Why do you throw your shoes all over the place? Yeah. Why? You might sit down and think about it and get to the bottom of it and probably start to work on it. But if you give the person instructions, I have instructed you, never put your shoes here, put your chalote outside, don't sit on the table like that. There are people who eat, loud eaters. When they're eating and you are sitting far away from them, you can hear them, munching and all that. Yeah. It can be irritating. But either you get up and leave the scene or you correct the scene. So that's another of the things you can do to help not jeopardizing your relationship. And another thing I'll talk about is a deal breaker. Coming to a deal that Charlie, this thing, let's do something about it. If you, I'll try and always keep my part of the deal. You to keep yours. Yeah. You get what I mean? Yeah. So you don't look at it with that attitude of annoyance too much, who can eat you up, and try and see the good in the other person, which will make you overlook. Because there's good in everybody. He's chewing loudly. Just excuse him that, it is a practice, it is something that he has done for many, many, many years and he was not corrected. So now you can't take it. I know somebody who can be peeved at seeing somebody eating rice with a spoon.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Yeah. Eating rice, and it's like who eats rice with a spoon? And it's a big turn off for him. You know. So when you are in situations like that and you don't try and overlook some of these little foxes, they will creep into the relationship and turn you into giving harsh instructions, like this woman is giving instructions to her husband like that. And you know, too much instructions make people hard-headed.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, because sometimes they become stubborn. You say 1, 2, 3, they become stubborn. They won't do it. What will you do? They won't tell you, but they'll tell themselves that I won't do it.
Yeah.
What will you do? This is where I want to put my shoes. Don't bring shoes into the bedroom. They'll bring shoes into the bedroom. You know.
Yeah.
So you have to encourage yourselves, and then be very frank with each other. Try and come to a balance. You know, it's kind of negotiated.
Okay.
It's like a bargain. And a bargain is something that nobody gets what exactly they want. They just come to the middle of whatever that they're trying to work at. So you come to the middle of the continuum to come into an agreement.
Okay.
So that you can work on your peeves. Otherwise, it's a big thing. And if you find a lot of couple quarreling, sometimes even in public, it's some of these little peeves.
Yeah.
They go out, the woman expects some things, or the man expects something. The woman is talking to people she doesn't know, talking to too many men. And then the husband is so peeved because he doesn't want to see his woman talking to another man.
Yeah.
You know, it's a pet peeve. And he's sitting there boiling.
Yeah.
And if he doesn't control himself, he might confront her right there. And that's one thing that you have to try and avoid.
Yeah.
Don't confront your partner in public about your peeves. You know, you have to try and control yourself. You have to try and hold yourself together so that it doesn't explode into something.
Yeah.
And one other thing we should note is that these pet peeves, they are like allergens.
Okay.
Experience allergies.
How so? Yeah.
Allergies, you don't even, sometimes you don't even know what causes you allergies.
Okay.
But you just realize that you react without, yes, you are reacting without much consciousness.
Okay.
That's how pet peeves act.
Yeah.
Or look like.
Yeah.
So they are allergens. And so when you notice your allergens, what do? You take away the allergen. You either avoid it or you take it away.
Yeah.
So how do you avoid it? You avoid it, the ones that you know that you can't take away. Then you try and avoid it. So when it is happening, like I'm saying, if the person is eating so loudly,
then you move away
and maybe go to another room. Yes.
Okay.
You know, go to another room and all that. This sachet water business, if you have children in your house, it is not only if your husband is doing that, take him like, okay, he's behaving like the children. Because when you have children in your house, they take the sachet water, they drink, not finish it, put it down or put it in the fridge. Then the next time they take another one. You know?
Yeah.
Sometimes they just enjoy even taking the sachet water, perforating it, and drink a little bit, and they start spraying it all over the place.
Yeah. So
what are you going to do about it?
Yeah.
So you go to the person and get the person to understand that, oh, please. Otherwise, when you see it, just take a picture and put the water in.
Yeah.
Do it.
Yeah.
To avoid, someone say, to avoid the whole trouble.
Yeah. So let me ask you about OCD, obsessive compulsive disorder. How much of a role does this play in people's pet peeves and then also the ability to fix the situation?
Yeah. As I said earlier, that this pet peeve thing is on a continuum. When I say it's a continuum, I think I've explained it. It's like you draw a line, and there are some people at one extreme and the other.
Yeah.
When you talk about obsessive compulsive disorder, everybody is kind of caught up in that kind of net. You know what I mean?
Okay.
But it becomes a mental issue when you are at this extreme end, when you overdo it, you know, when you do it to the extent that she says she's, I don't know, even that one, I wouldn't say that maybe she's near there, but now that she's posted notes all over the place, giving instruction, how you should, when you get step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, and all that. It kind of says that she's kind of, maybe she hasn't really reached the extreme end of it, because it comes with other, if you will be declared OCD, it's more like, how do I say it? It comes with other symptoms to be able to conclude that
the person's
person is OCD.
Okay.
So, but we all have some kind of traits.
Varying degrees of it,
Traits, most of the time we have the normal one, and then we have the abnormal ones.
Okay.
So most of us are in a balance. We all have things that we like so much that we do. We find ourselves doing without even thinking and all that. But when it is overdone and it becomes so irritating to you that it affects your function, then you need help for that.
Okay.
But I don't think she has reached that point. She can do something about the situation.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Look at it and then change her thoughts, you know, her thought pattern, and pale out this peeve.
Okay, all right. Thank you so much for helping us understand this subject and delving into it. Thank you very much. And we've been speaking with Mrs. Mary Rose Sakyi, who is an entrepreneur and a counselor, and she's helping us to understand pet peeves in relationships, how to deal with them.